You know, Gary, something's been bugging me.
Okay.
Our cam bridges can feel like a Kahler cam bridge. You can engage the lockout screw and make it a fixed bridge, but you can also put the heavy springs on and make it feel a little bit more like a fulcrum. Swapping those springs is super easy. Why don't we just give them a bonus set of the heavy springs and then they could choose what it is they want to do?
I think that's a good idea, as long as you show them how to change those springs.
I'll make a video immediately showing them how.
I think, too, that if they're used to using a 1/4-inch arm, that heavy arm like comes on all fulcrums, well, we have such an arm that will fit into the cam bridge. And if they want that, look, we could give a 20% discount on that heavy arm if that's what they want.
Okay, so let's be absolutely clear about this. If they purchase a cam bridge, then they get a free set of heavy springs, but at time of purchase, so that we don't have to worry about like double shipping costs. If they say they want to also get the heavy arm, then they can get that with a 20% discount off the heavy arm.
Yes, they can do that.
Sounds like I better get to work on making that video on how to change the springs.
All right, Eddie, go get it done.
All right, guys, you heard what Gary said. In order for us to give you a deal on the heavy bar and a free set of heavy springs, I have to make a video on how to change out the springs. And it's pretty easy. Now, this thing still has that fresh setup on it from the setup video to where it's perfectly in tune. It also is perfectly intonated. So what I'm going to do now is lock the bridge and take the strings off, and we will be able to reuse these strings right here. These are 9 through 42, and when we put the heavy bar on them, that'll be fine. First thing we got to do is take that 1/16, go down here to the bridge, and secure this set screw. All right, so now she's fixed. The next thing that we're going to do is take all of the tension off of the load lever. Every last little bit. Okay. While you don't have to do this, it will make your life way, way easier. I have 2 pieces of Velcro right here. And what I'm going to do is get them down here pretty close to the bridge. So now what this is going to do is keep these strings down here at this level from wrapping all around each other. We'll also take a capo and go up here at about the 12th fret, just to keep everything nice and secure. Now that I have all of the tension off of here, let's start taking off these fine tuners, because like I said before, with fine tuners out of the way, your life's a little bit easier. Fine tuners are out of the way, so now we take care of the behind the nut string lock. And now let's just loosen up these strings. I'm going to take this all right here, and I'm going to gently persuade the strings to come out of the string hooks. And now I can take that entire thing and set it right over there. Take a number 2 Phillips head screwdriver. And now, of course, we can just take the bridge right out. There's no reason for the guitar to be here right now, so let's just put it somewhere safe, work on changing these springs. Now that the bridge is all the way off, we want to be able to control this thing. So we're going to put the bar back in. Now we're going to unlock it back here at the set screw and take the bar back out. Now we'll just take these springs off of the plate and then completely off of the load lever itself. So now I got these 4 screws, and there are my regular springs. Now here we have a set of heavy springs right next to a set of regular springs. These right here, that's all it takes to do the bass trem, is just 2 of these. So it'll definitely change the feel of our standard 6-string guitar bridge. And once again, these springs are directional. They'll go like this, to where the lower side was against the plate and the higher side was against the load lever. There it is with the springs in it. Or to get it back into that locked, fixed position, take this thing, put it right here. Quick little reminder that you have two completely different kinds of screws. The front ones are these longer ones with the button head, and then the rear ones are these smaller ones with the bevel. They're different size diameters, so you cannot put them in the wrong spot. If you notice me keeping my finger here like this, it is in order to control the screwdriver and keep it from slipping out and damaging the guitar. Another thing that I will do is have my hand on it like this, so there's full pressure pushing down, and that will keep it from slipping out. Always use the biggest tip that will fit inside the screw head, because if you use a smaller one, that's how you strip both screws and screwdrivers. Just for fun, I'm going to show you another way that might be considered a little easier to get these ball ends back into the string hook. You use this to take it out too, and just a helpful little tip from your Uncle Eddie. So I have the bar in here, and I'm going to release this from the set screw here. And what I can do is bring it in like this. Notice that I brought the high E in on the other side of the bar. That's because that's where it goes. And just use the bar to push the bridge back up and make it go into the string hooks just a little bit easier. Now that all the ball ends are inside the string hooks, we're going to re-secure the set screw. Now that that's done, we can take this capo off, and we can take our Velcro off. And now we'll just kind of get some tension onto the strings. Okay, now just like the last time, what we're going to do is start tightening up this load lever here until I feel some tension on it. Because I got the heavy springs in, I'm going to put the heavy bar in as well. This right here will simulate a fulcrum. So if that is the kind of thing that you're coming from, it very well might be in your best interest to start out with the heavy springs and with a heavy bar. And as Gary Kahler just said, if you order a heavy bar when you buy the thing, then we'll send you one 20% off. So now what we'll do is we'll get in here using the bar to hold it in place, release this thing. I'm going to just kind of tune it up here, and we're going to see how it goes. You see we're a little flat? That one looks pretty good. Ah. Okay. That looks all right. Let's see how close we are with this set screw. Now it goes right in and out without a hitch, so we don't have to adjust this, or at least it doesn't look like it. We'll adjust it up here. Now, perhaps you noticed I did not tighten down the behind the nut string lock, and I also didn't put the fine tuners back in here. And the reason that I didn't do that was because that was just so easy. We're going to do a bonus thing here. I'm going to change the string gauge, and I'm also going to change the tuning. I'm going to change the tuning on this guitar to where it is the lower strings of a 7-string guitar. And I'm going to take off the string lock, and I'm going to leave these fine tuners out so that you can see just how easy it is to deal with Kahler.